Hey, we're talking the story behind this iconic 80s look. Stick around. Hi, welcome to the Gen X Reference Desk. If you're going to an 80s party and you're looking for some 80s inspiration, one of the things that many people go for is to replicate this look by Madonna. It's relatively cheap, it's easy, and it's iconic. This is how the world met Madonna in 1982 with the release of her album Madonna, and then she rolls with this look 82, 83, 84, and then into 85, and then it kind of she starts to switch once she becomes involved with Sean Penn. When Madonna is at her height and Madonna mania is going on, we all were trying to emulate Madonna in some form or fashion. We were all doing lace bows, we would do our bangs a little bit bigger, wilder, shirts and tops and lace gloves and crucifixes, crosses, hearts, lots and lots of jewelry and a lot of cheap jewelry, loads of rubber bracelets or plastic bracelets. All of that, it was part of Madonna's look, but that wasn't created by Madonna. That was created by a woman named Maripol. Now, Maripol was a fixture in the late 70s and early 80s New York club scene. She was a jewelry designer who also worked for Fiorucci. She is friends with Keith Haring, Basquiat, Andy Warhol, and Grace Jones. It's actually Grace Jones who first wears those iconic rubber bracelets, not Madonna, and she wears them years before Madonna. But when Madonna meets Maripol in the early 1980s, it is at a function for Fab Five Freddy. She needs people to go out on stage with Freddie, and she asks Madonna, do you have on a good bra? And Madonna's like, yeah. She's like, well, take your shirt off and go out there and dance with him. When Madonna launches her debut album in 1982, she needs a stylist. She goes to Maripol and asks her to style her. So when you look at the cover of Madonna's debut album, that's all styled by Maripol. When you look at that Like a Virgin cover, that too is styled by Maripol. This is all part of her neo-punk look. She particularly is intrigued with the crucifixes because both she and Madonna are Catholic, and she sees you wearing a crucifix maybe not around as a necklace, but as an earring. She saw that as a nod to her love of punk. And Madonna naturally is going to embrace something like that. Now in 1985, when Madonna was going to perform on the first MTV Music Awards, it was Maripol who had the vision of Madonna dressed in the wedding dress. So they reused the dress that Madonna is photographed on the Like a Virgin album. Pretty soon after that, millions of us across the world are trying to dress like Madonna. Now, unfortunately for Maripol, this design was quickly imitated all around the world, and it could have been sold very, very cheap, and so it was hard for her to stay afloat. She had invested a line of jewelry that was inspired by Madonna, and by 1987, she had gone bankrupt because we weren't really rocking that look by 87, and Madonna had already sailed on to something new. Madonna and Maripol continued to work together in the late 80s. The bustier that you see Madonna wear in Papa Don't Preach, and also the latex dress that Madonna wears in Express Yourself. That's also by Maripol. Maripol continues to work in the arts. Without books, she's worked on a film. She's worked with Marc Jacobs. The variety of interests, and that she's still out there and she's still being inspired. I had truly no idea about this woman. I just thought, hey, Madonna wore it and Madonna figured it out. Classic Madonna. She's a sponge and she knows where to go, and she knew how to hit the right mark at exactly the right time with exactly the right person. I so want to hear from you. I know you rocked a Madonna look because we all did. I so want to hear from you. How did you rock your Madonna look? And if you want to share your Madonna look, you can email me here. Love to see and hear about your Madonna look. All right, take care, and we'll talk soon.